I'm Machine, I'm joined by Chad Sponge-Burchill. We're about to be getting this one underway. MIBR are ready, and so am I.
If the head-to-head is anything to go off here, Na'Vi should be favourites in this one. These two teams met the 12th of February, not that long ago. Dust2 was the third and final map in that series, and Na'Vi won 16-6. Oof. Simple managed 28 kills in that one, plus 19.
A warm welcome back to the server for Flamey. Bit stepping out, Flamey stepping in. The six-man roster still making those changes here in Pro League, and be interested to see how Flamey performs. He did seem to have a good game on Nuke last night.
Big shoes to fill right now after that performance from Bit.
Yeah,
that was
career high.
Yeah, it was huge from Bit right there. And the 1xBet odds still favouring Na'Vi in this one. But let's get underway. Simple P250 long. Warning shots are out. 2 players to receive. And we know Na'Vi love these mid to Bs. Slow stuff out of the pistol. They've shown some inklings over towards long. Footsteps being heard now towards mid doors from Cello. The star on the other side. And first bullet, first kill.
How was he not blind? Just tucked in time. And he spotted Boomich as well, a new victim for him to focus his attention upon. Bomb is top tons. And Simple's going to try and find a P250 fight. Doesn't want to reveal the bomb, so passes it off to a squad mate. Dinoco's USP versus Simple's P250. They'll contact on short first. No one twitches, no one moves. Just as Dinoco starts to move, he's flashed off the line. He'll tuck in. Mid is a problem, and he confirms that Electronics already slipped the net. He'll go down. Cello's got a lot to do here. Already taps at the first. A quick response. Electronics found another, and an RV with a man advantage here. Boomich has secured that.
Well, safe plant. Note that if this comes down to just Boomich alive from upper tunnels, he's being chased from Yell now.
Yeah, Bolt's closing the gap on window. Yell desperately applying pressure to this Boomich jiggle, and he will send him packing. Bolt's hoping to find someone on this doors fight, and Boomich distracted, peeked as well, double peeked. It's getting a bit chaotic here, and Bolt has found them both.
He has a kit.
Only Electronic now, and he's getting overwhelmed, overrun every second, every shot. Now they're hitting. No bullets, but no time. Yell needs a fresh clip too. The kit
Scrambling
is there.
for the kit.
Finds it.
Oh.
So close, so close. I don't think he's got it. No, no, no. That little extra fumble. Just that extra second. The gap in communication as to the kit and the bomb's location. Just that disconnect puts Na'Vi's round on the board. It was a heroic attempt from Bolts. Fair play. Electronic doing everything he can to survive. Look at this. Swaps out, turns his back, just jumping, trying to be an evasive target. And now look at the clock from Yell. This hesitation, he goes doors first.
Yeah, it wasn't the default plant, right? So you can see there, that maybe played into his indecision. I thought it was going to hurt Na'Vi. It probably helped them in the final stages just there. Force buy out from MIBR, and they want to joust mid. Yell goes down, Simple strikes. Even going to get another tag. Batter up.
Anyone else fancy their chances against my scout?
Ooh.
That's a big jewel to win.
Tunnel's gone, and a gun picked up. Quite the find, considering Simple's already low as well, and they're thrust over towards long.
He's even grabbed another smoke. Like, B is on lock now for the rest of this round. Fortunately for Na'Vi's sake, they are heading long.
This is scary. If Bolts can hit a tag or two.
They've even recovered an AK now. Oh, just the head put perfectly into the crosshairs. Bolts has fallen. Scout does nothing. Now Na'Vi with their Galil's advance. The boost could be there in time. Cello looking for impact here with the AK-47. They've put their very best. With their best option in the right place, and SHZ does find one. That's Simple as well. No slouch on the scout is SHZ.
Just standing in limbo, Na'Vi. They need to get a move on.
Yeah, one more Deagle frag could have made it awkward, but it seems that it stabilizes. 2 Galils do find their target. Cello unchecked. 45 seconds, he will be found out. Perfecto does his due diligence, does his research. Na'Vi will deal with MIBR's force.
Stressful for a moment there, but now they should be looking good for a third here, Na'Vi. Just some light pistol upgrades likely out of MIBR. Bolts has brought into a P250, USPs for the others. Freeze time about to tick on down, so we'll see what those buys are looking like as we leave spawn. But Na'Vi, as I mentioned, 16-6 last time round. Should be feeling pretty comfortable on a map like Dust2. Simple is more than warmed up. The only omission obviously being Bit. Double nades towards long. Gonna hit their target. That's not enough damage right there. Electronic down to 35. Good info across. And that was the one attempt that MIBR had, really. If the nades found a kill, might have spiraled Na'Vi again, just like in the previous with Danoco onto Electronic in dark. with all the nades that Na'Vi have, there's not the same potential to get tagged on down. They're able to work this one slowly.
Getting info on the way across, very speedy. Missed shot from Electronic enables that information to be conveyed for free. Up short as well. So there's so much space given to these Ts, understandably so, against just a P250 or two of them to be specific. But it's less about the round, more so about Na'Vi maintaining all of these goodies. There's AKs in play, Galils would be nice and valuable into the next. If you want to have a convincing one, this is your way to do it. And bolts. That's $1,500, but it does cost Simple his life. I don't think he'll be complaining as he's just given himself a lovely injection of cash.
Rush, how are your fingers after the triple overtime, mate?
A little tired.
How long was that game?
It was a couple hours. Nice 2-hour one.
Sorry, one more time?
2 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just another day at the office.
Yeah, it was okay.
I know people in matchmaking that could play 4 Mirages in that time.
That's true. With the way we play some of our Ancient and Engaged games, we're probably the best Ancient and Engaged team in the entire world. Yeah, if you matchmaking, guys, if you can beat us.
If you want to queue up for Ancient or Engage, fancy your chances. We'll see you in the server tonight.
We're just throwing the gauntlet down to all of EU.
Yeah.
We get Astralis queuing
like,
up.
work on your smokes, I'm just saying.
Work on your Ancient smokes, definitely. Engaged.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we don't have any Engaged smokes, but Ancient will take you on.
I'm just saying. CT smoke to the A entrance.
Oh, that's right. We got to get Jay a chance to use that one there.
I'm excited to see that one in action.
Slow-mo knife kill here. Rambo, he sees him, wants to keep it silent but violent. Rough. Straight in the back. Get on out. As you said, he's not going to care too much about that one. Double AWPs, MIBR. We're trying to make this work on Mirage. Again, Yell and Cello, equipping the big greens. And
well,
Cello.
What can you say about that one?
Yeah.
Bolts caught in limbo as well. SHZ, a big contribution and a commitment to the spray that deters Electronic.
You know there's only one on B and you kill one long. So wherever you want to go, Na'Vi, they're going to be hampered.
The world is your oyster. That's actually a really effective smoke for what the Na'Vi boys were looking for. And with the Denoco push, I mean, obviously they know it's possible.
Hopefully
they'll consider it realistic.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have anyone coming up lower, so Denoco, if he just holds this line, he could be good for a few.
Oh, he's so passively tucked in. They jiggle it. He does well to find one in the chaos. It was a quick jiggle.
Electronic's turn now.
Yeah, tucked in, baited in. I wonder if SHZ checks it. I mean, this is 2021 we're talking about, but it's also MIBR. Caught with a pin pulled.
Yell needs to save. Well, they let him get away with this one. Spotted now, Simple out the doors.
Ooh, that is no fun. Being spotted CT when you wanted to save, and the fact that Simple could hold his rotate up, he's just going to have to stand and fight. And that is no fun for Yell. This is the only way he could possibly escape. It's Flamey's timing on that. Great stuff from Na'Vi. This is looking very regimented.
Yeah, and you'd think after that overtime game, if you were coming in with any reservations, maybe you thought, yeah, we could take this one at 90%. Well, you need 100% to push MIBR over.
Like, I really loved the X-ray toggle there, Rush, because you felt just how little time he had to react. It went from nothing to a shoulder to 3 people spraying at him. Very cool. Simple, not going to try and... Oh, sorry, well, he's definitely going to try, this time, to no success. Hitting that wall bang.
Ooh, smoked a play around here for Yell.
Yo, it's deliberate for a one-way.
Ooh, Simple needs to be careful of this.
Enables the tag. Teach me that one.
Okay, lots of damage done over towards B right now.
Yeah, Yell's been called upon to back up the very tagged up Deagle.
SHZ and Cello, if they can find a bit of a timing on their mid-push with these Deagles, be able to catch Boomich, who's now been thrust back. More damage down rage from Electronic into the B side, but never mind, they're out long. Perfect place for Simple's AWP. The only thing they do have to worry about is that Yell scout in situations like this, but because they parked up wide, he's actually made it to long platform. The position to deal with this. More damage onto Electronic.
Unfortunately, damage isn't enough. We were talking about that. MIBR, so many opportunities on Mirage as well, where it just felt like, oh, if only it was the headshot, not the -80.
True, true.
Let's see if they can convert some of these early damages. The issue is Na'Vi do tend to juggle their healthy players very effectively. You'll see contact from Flamey, Perfecto, Simple. So they're across. The hard part is done. The easy part is clicking your mouse when their head is in your crosshair. Bolts does find just the one, though. And a nice attempt, but Simple. He's prepared. He's prepared for everything, and they'll even treat themselves to an extra 300 for the planter.
5-0. Let's hope this one doesn't have all the oxygen sucked out of the room. It would be a shame after the brawls that we had on Mirage just to have a flat one where Na'Vi run over MIBR. They did look good, right? And if MIBR can keep this series alive, then we keep the playoff race open for multiple teams. It isn't just MIBR who can still be in contention with a couple of wins. Na'Vi the same. Cloud9, even with Fury, I think there is still a chance. The only ones who are locked out is Team 1 at this stage. Pending results, so everybody, don't quote me.
All to play for is a very quick way to summarize exactly the state of affairs. Now, losing Perfecto early is a disadvantage Na'Vi you're unfamiliar with. Hasn't been the case so far here on Dust2, but it is now round 6. Deep CT smoke, that's going to keep Na'Vi busy.
Cello's solo B right now until somebody from MIBR crosses back. You can see Bolts is coming on over, doesn't have a smoke to cross the doors, just a molly to dissuade anything close. And that info is good for Na'Vi. If they're throwing a molly like that, it means they likely don't have the info. For Bolts to cross, it's a gauntlet. How does he get across mid to help out Cello here? I don't think he can.
Smoked. Flashing. And Electronic, great control of his spray. Stabilizes into Bolts. 4-on-4, hitting B. Dinoco fills the shoes of Bolts. It's Cello's angle to be tested next. Dinoco shuts one down in mid, and just between the two of them, Dinoco provides as much as he possibly can, but this is the B site, and already... Oh, they cross on the nade. That's so perfect. The one chance MIBR had to get back into this round, and it's denied by use of that HE smoke to obscure the cross. Smart.
Kid on SHZ, but how are you going to get past Simple? SHZ, the kid's going to get dropped back a site.
Yeah, and...
back a tunnel, sorry.
With 15 HP, he's almost aware of that.
Well, they smoked him off. This is a play and a half. They're not going to look at this now. Oh, Simple's aware.
Yeah, he crouches though, and they will find him. A valiant attempt. Flamey trying to be baited in by the steps. Just in the nick of time. Yell being hunted though. They've got so much cash, there's no reason not to. Simple will get away, as will Yell.
All right, both AWPers surviving, 6-0 now. And that all came down to Cello missing one shot. If he hits that shot, you could already see the player Bolts rotated over, was on B hill to help on out. Could have done a bit more. Timeout called, the first here from MIBR, map number 2. And here's the scores on the doors in the early stages. Electronic with 6, same for Simple and Flamey. 6 for Dinoco on the other side. Cello was such a factor on Mirage, wasn't he? We've been talking about the stats a lot, but his multi-kills were winning rounds, crucial rounds. For him, when he had the AWP in his hand, the double AWP setup didn't even get a chance to fire. So it will be a partial investment coming out of MIBR behind this saved AWP. Yo could drop a Famus, Dinoco could buy, but there wouldn't be a full buy, and it's still early enough that they could justify this. So just the partial, MP9, Deagle, CZ. Yeah, it's a smattering of weapons. It's something to work with, especially if Yo gets hyper-aggressive. Simple using the decoy. This time they won't put their head in the vice of that wallbang.
This time it's not the one way he's using it for. He wants to take early presence with this AWP, and there is a part of me that loves it, especially when Cello turns up with 2. 3 frags in total now for MIBR, and AWP spotted tons. Boomich and Simple in a very odd state of affairs in this mid-round. And as the smoke fades, Boomich is not ready for this aggression. One to the back of the head. Boomich dead. Yell holding this cross. Simple, how good are you? Perfect smoke.
He's in B.
He actually is. And he might even be contested on this plant. Does he go for it straight away? I'm intrigued. He thinks he can get away with it, and he's right to do so. SHZ. The only man at doors. Simple trying to take info fast. Spots one, does miss his shot. That's the chance they were waiting for. And there goes the perfect run from Na'Vi. Great.
There's an eco push and it works, right? That was really good shooting. Who was the CZ player?
Cello.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, right? His impact. You feel it there. Able to really lock the door on that B tunnel bomb. The fact that Simple even gets the bomb down.
I think that, you know, the purpose of Cello and his B compadres push was not to find the double kill. That was just to have heads turned the other way for Yell.
Yeah, and Yo did still find that impact. Flamey did well to find 2 on the MAC-10. No credit there, but still, MIBR do find their first. They get a double AWP set up to carry on through. Maybe Cello will get a chance to shoot it this time. Oh, and the 4-man lean again, this time with a short boost. Danoko with all the B on his own. Yo, aggressive short.
Good boost. Yeah, Electronic, he's so good at this, though. He rarely gets caught out by that boost. I've seen many a flash, many a move. This time, again, not going to be caught out by it. He's underneath the lip now. Seen it wall-banged. Seen it tag. Not to seeing it frag today. Electronic's up short. And what is this? What is this? So noisy. No utility. Entirely dry. SHZ immediately fills the gap on short. They may assume it's clear, and that's what he tries to punish. The CT flash is catching him. Chaos in middle. Danoko Zorg is good for 1. And it's Perfecto's AK that's good for 2. It's wide open, but he's burning. Lucky to live. SHZ can take the bomb down here. And now a chance returns for MIBR. A man advantage with the bomb down mid. Perfecto is so low, he's going to struggle to contribute any more. Kind of all on Flamey here. They'll just park Perfecto for a bit. Let Flamey work his magic. Take some of this space back.
The bomb at least. Still have to get past these double AWPs though.
I mean, B is clear, like legit. Yell, is that enough for you to start getting info? You won't get any from the tuck-in. And yeah, he's respecting the smoke. It's enabled them to get into the site here, Chad.
Flamey will toss that bomb across, I'm sure. Oh, he even crosses himself, so they're both stuck. Marooned on the site right now, crossing back against double AWPs. Not going to be easy, and check out all those nades. Molly, HE, smokes, flashes, everything MIBR need for this retake here.
Can't afford to let this one go. MIBR need to prove they can retake B. This is it. This is your proving ground. Let's see it. Great nade already finishes off the job that Bolt started. Flamey, pressure from multiple angles. He's turned the flashes. He's pulled the trigger. So has Yell. Double from the AWPer. And the Brazilians pull 2 across the line.
Yeah, that one right there looked a bit janky. And I think the reason that Electronic was so broad with his peaks onto short there was because the AWP was spotted long. It was just a double A AWP setup. And this is something that is a little bit difficult to read, right? Unless you're going to really send out 1 or 2 players to search for the info. Perfecto straight out mid makes a round of it. Really, without this double kill, it doesn't feel threatening whatsoever. Final one onto Flamey there. Not too bad at all. 6-2, it is getting competitive here. The plant facilitates another buy and barreling straight down middle. Yell flashed off, warning shot from him, and Boomich, he ain't stopping. Oh, chip through the door, down to 43. Yell's on notice. He's had to dump all his nades right there to deny this. And Electronic looks like he wants to sniff in behind that. Weaseling in. 4 players over towards A from MIBR again here.
Yeah, they are definitely concerned about the AXX out in RV. They wouldn't be putting their resources here so consistently if they weren't. But the mid-splits have been consistent. Doesn't stop them or deter them from setting Cello up solo on B, and how boosted up hunting for Yell. And it's a very smart boost, because Yell eventually, on the lip of this balcony, would be perfectly placing his center of mass into the crosshair of Simple here if he walks along that wall. It's a game of patience, but the T side to disadvantage in that game. No info on short. Pins will be pulled, and now Yell starts to move. A chance. A minimal one, and a very tight gap. He tries to throw a bullet down. Electronic is in a position to punish here.
There you go, A, it's into 4. Mid to B is the perfect call right now.
And they drop CT and advance towards A, but Boomich, is he trying to sell it? 20 seconds, they have to go. And now the bodies have dropped. Yell, Bolts, both fall. SHZ was pulled to CT, and they catch another. Boomich onto long. And just like that, the round falls apart.
Oh, looked like it was on him there, through the guts, but that one was. Oh, Cello's over towards B now. Send out the party, try and chase him down, take the AWP away. Boomich is already on it through T-spawn. He's got Flamey with him, so they're in hot pursuit right now. Perfecto even jumping in towards mid doors. Cello's going to be locked in here. Halfway tick, still 20 seconds to work with for Na'Vi on this hunt.
Loads of time.
Difficult. Everybody running at you from all angles. 7 now for Na'Vi. Money decent for MIBR to consider another buy in this one. Just Danoko, who isn't operating with a lot. I'm sure Yo can hook him up with something. He's got 8K to his name. Yeah, he's dropping an M4, so Yell's going to operate at a bit of a disadvantage with this one. Still will have the AWP, but will be lacking of the utility or armor. And this was great. This is how it's meant to look from Na'Vi when they do these late executes, right? Everybody's blind, you hit your entry shots. It just, unfortunately, hasn't been the case for them in some time. And the T-sides, well, we've been talking about when they've been bad. This T-side is looking pretty good. 7-2. They win this one. MIBR's money, it's in the bin again. And Na'Vi could be running away with double digits here. Would be nice after map 1 just to close it down quickly. I can only imagine.
I mean, just for the peace of mind of not only doing it after the crazy first map, but doing it on the T side first.
True.
Posting 10 on your map pick, as many teams are capable of. You know, 10 T rounds on a picked Dust2. Par for the course.
Really want to try long here. SHZ behind the smoke is actually, he's going to push in.
Yeah, they've got their pins pulled here. Element of surprise. Needs the swing, and he gets them both. Great decision-making, a good adjustment. Perfecto knocks Cello's head off,
Oh,
and there's another. He knocks him off. And now the bomb can go in. It's been there the whole time. Na'Vi, patience has prevailed once again, and the CTs could not be any more segregated. Look at them.
You have to really weigh up this retake. How badly do they want to go for this?
Glass cannon retake. Your kit is on SHZ in tons right now.
Simple's about to throw a molly too.
As soon as he sees you. Oh man, this doesn't feel promising at all.
Flash and go, that's all they have. Well, yeah. They've called it off.
Get out of there.
Mission accomplished. Na'Vi with 8 now. They've won the half. That was great entries from Perfecto there. He could have looked more flustered than that. Gets the first, jumps up, gets the second, dismantles B single-handedly, and what I thought was the all-in towards long was just a bit of a ruse.
So I hadn't even considered that, but when you mantle on the box, not only is it a great line for holding window, but he could also catch the crouching CT behind that main box.
Yeah, lots of...
really nice angle he found there, and it enabled the double.
Well, now with the max loss bonus coming into play, this double looked perfect, right? That should probably be the round in a lot of these occasions.
Second one, like, is he crouching? Look at that tip of the head, you can see it, and he even commits to the spray on it. That's brave. Good shooting. Danoko foul.
They bought behind it. Okay, force buy out of here from MIBR. Doesn't look like a force buy, but you can see FAMAS's instead of M4s.
Double the Hawks, though. And bye-bye Danoko. That FAMAS lasted about 10 seconds.
This is to salvage the half as well for MIBR. I thought that they may have taken a partial behind this, but they wanted to force behind their AWPs, and Cello's finally made one work.
Dribble smoke still coming out, though. He knows there's more.
2 players over towards B for MIBR. They're doing a 2-2 defense. SHZ up close and personal towards the long doors again. If he pushes, Flamey will knock him down a peg. There's that rung. And now the map is the oyster for Na'Vi. Short, mid to B, wherever you want to end. You know that the AWP of Cello was over towards the B bomb site. Another one falls. Both AWPers identified now. Oh, okay.
Comes too easy for him. And Cello, he's holding the line. Simple.
Pre-aim was great.
Yeah, it was. And he dunks on him. Nice shot and converted off the nade. Cello expecting Perfecto. Great AWPing you can see out of him. It's not round winning. Unfortunately, just out of the context of this round is impossible. But he will preserve his AWP, it seems. Flamey's coming down mid now. Boomich still CT. Unless Cello exposes himself to that peak, I think Flamey's got the best chance out of the bunch.
10 seconds now until the bomb goes off.
Yeah, he's good.
Flamey's going to be too far away from the action here. Boomich might want to grab that AWP mid doors. You can see, I mean, not great for Na'Vi. It's okay. Flamey will get it instead, so doing it safely. Na'Vi looking good now. Looking real good. 9-2. The rounds just continue to rack on up. We had a, what was it, a 6-round spree. There was 2 in a row from MIBR, and they were hard-fought rounds. And now 3 on the nose for Na'Vi. 3 more to close out the half here. Make it 4. Maths is hard.
I agree.
Okay, saved AWP, scout, Deagles, a little bit of investment behind this, but they keep getting picked off one at a time. It's difficult for MIBR to really put up a defense here.
Try as they might. Na'Vi have been coming out on top.
Ooh, so much damage again. SHZ, he's pipped on down already. 5 HP. They're giving it a go, you know, they're at least trying to keep it awkward for Na'Vi by poking and prodding like this. They're never just going to get it easy.
Oh, that's another textbook execution. First blood provided by the pop flash into Yell. Cello keeping his AWP frags present, and I can't believe Perfecto's gotten away with that one. He peeks up on his flash, he's looking flexy, looking stylish. But Bolt's pushing long doors. The only thing that scares me is that Flamey had his bloody smoke out and his knife out. But he's focused on the task at hand. They're already out of mid. The flank from Bolt's no longer exciting. In 30 seconds, they're going to be running into B. It's pretty much only the Deagle of SHZ.
They're so low.
Yeah, Danako really can't afford to miss a single headshot. Body shots could be good. He does well to provide one, but his teammate can't.
Cello's here already, though.
Yeah, and finding Simple is a huge scalp to take. Don't forget, Perfecto, 7 HP.
Tunnels is pushing.
If Bolts could just find this duel, Flamey saves the day, and Na'Vi will post the 10th. Damn. Perfecto needed that one onto Cello cleanly.
That was a fragile environment right there, wasn't it?
It was. That's a perfect summation.
10 now, Na'Vi. The double digits are in. How many are they going to allow MIBR to have? It feels like they've woken up after the map #1 slumber. Everybody contributing here. We talked about Flamey coming hot off the bench, or cold off the bench. 11 kills for him, 13 for Perfecto, 11 for Simple. So things are just working right now. Double ops again, and oh, Yella's just annoying around mid, right? This is frustrating stuff. He's getting into lower dark again.
It's such early info as well. Like, for Na'Vi, it doesn't look like it's had a direct impact, but it does, right? You have to kind of go long now on this commitment.
It's like two pincers in tunnels as well. One up through lower, one through upper, so they can both rattle off shots, and if they both connect, well, should be 2 kills, but they're away. And look at off that info, how much they've gambled, leaving Danako in lower dark on his own. Now he has to worry about mid, short, and upper B. And we know that Na'Vi like to cut noise and play the time. MIBR have bitten into the fact that they're expecting the classic Na'Vi, the long execute, the dribble smokes for the cross. It's not that. And now they're going to have to retool in the mid-round. 1 minute and 8 left.
It seems like Danako and SHZ have plans for mid-control late. Na'Vi are heading into A.
Ooh, nades left for this.
They do just have enough. And, oh, Flame's going to try and sell something? No, he has to do the cross. I think they just reminded him. Bolts is up for the one-way. Good find from our camera team. Haven't seen this in a while.
Lots of mollies here to defend with as well for MIBR. The clock will become a problem for Na'Vi if they go any slower.
And Bolts will be able to see over his smoke for the cross 2 ramp. As soon as the smokes land, 30-second mark. Here there comes the cross. Bolts drops the one-way. Elevates up, isolates the fight, but no, Electronic stops him in his tracks. A second, oh, and Electronic mows down 3. Only Cello to change this direction of this round. His barrel spotted, it looks all too easy. Simple's awareness all too high. And the bomb will be planted. Danako on a retreat. Na'Vi are making this T side a swift one. 11.
At this point of the game, if you're Danako, you know that you should save for the betterment of the team in the future rounds and maybe posting the total of 4, which is the best they can get now. But you really want to go for it, don't you? You want to give it a crack. You want to see if you can get in.
I'll give you a pop quiz instead, Chad.
All right.
He's got Titan Katowice 2014 stickers there.
Okay.
I think. Can we look at it?
Oh, Electronic's got it as well. Here we go.
So who was on Titan in 2014?
2014. That's the one with the cheetah.
Oh, that's right. It was Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly Cookley. I don't know how to say it.
I mean, Lauren went, Kelly!
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh.
Let me get, I think Existence was on that roster? Am I trolling?
Maybe.
2014, this is a while ago.
This for me is really, it's not as much as the 2015 one.
I mean, they were much better.
I feel like there's probably, for this team...
Was it another, hang on. I'm going to answer my own question, because there's probably a lot of people that...
Or was that LDLC? Maybe I'm confusing the two teams, because there were 2 French teams.
I thought he was on Titan. Let's have a look. Titan... That's not going to help me, is it?
Yeah, Kaylee wasn't on that team.
No.
I don't think so.
Liquipedia.
I think I've stuffed that one. I think he was on LDLC.
Well, you called yourself out. That's good enough. We are into the partial. Donako has the AK. He is the VIP of this round. And he has provided what a VIP should, the AK. It's revealed in the feed, and they are not fannying around. They are straight out of dodge. Titan 2014.
That's our Google team, hard at work.
Imagine if I had a stats man who could...
You do, it's called Rush.
Yeah.
You haven't been using him. Yeah, it was just peeked away as they've walked down mid here. That couldn't have been at a worse timing. Check this out. They're pushing mid. SHZ with the Deagle. Not the gun for the job. Steps on out, sees all four. Info's great, but look at the pressure now. The tag onto Electronic, it's through. They have to pump up now for the mid to B. B Hill is what they need to get past, and Simple's found another. He pivots around, and Danoko falls too. Just two surviving on this partial upgrade, and, well, Bolts, you got to save, mate.
Got it for me. So, yeah, I was bang on. Existence.
Yep.
RPK, Smith, Shocks, and Scream, who's also doing really well. I just want to say, I'm actually really happy for Scream that he's...
He is?
Yeah, like he's got 500,000 YouTube subscribers.
Wow, okay.
Like he's been doing the whole content grind thing, be good at a video game, make content, be relatable and funny, that whole shtick.
Yeah, that's...
I'm just so glad he's not rotting in the like Belgian tier 2 scene, you know? Like it's actually, I'm so glad he's getting to show everyone what he's doing, what he's capable of, and it's been a while, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, he's been out of the spotlight in Counter-Strike for a long time now, but good he can play his trade over there in Valorant. Part of the Liquid roster,
subs,
right?
bro. I reckon that'll be he'll get a cheeky milli in no time soon.
Cheeky milli. Well, that sounds nice.
What color is the milli button?
Oh, it's a symphony. Listen to it. The sounds of Counter-Strike. Dak Dak at doors. Written by Na'Vi.
A small slam poem.
Well, Simple's already slammed down one, and that is not the way you want to be starting the final round of play here. 12-2, looking likely for a 12. Let's say 13. 13. Let's go 13. Just going for fights anywhere right now, MIBR. They need to. It's desperate scenes here. 5-on-2 situation. Simple's even going for some no-scopes with it. All right, Cello. 1-on-4? No. 1-on-none. That's going to be it. Perfecto with the final kill. 13-2. Na'Vi looking good to pick up their map. Find out how this one concludes after the break.
Hey Future Pros, back on Dust2 with a timeless flash. This is the new map's take on the old faithful short flash. When thrown correctly, this flash should affect any CT playing short for an easy frag. If you don't jump and throw the flash, it will not make it around the corner. To do this flash, you need to be running up the short catwalk. Align your aim so you are aiming below the open window but also along this smaller window. You want to jump throw the flash just as you get close to these planks on the floor. That's about it. A CT could be playing a closer angle, so be on the lookout for that too.
You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. How you know the flow got him coming back? Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh! Respect my grind, elevate souls, and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aye.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love you. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted.
So I know you've had some critiques of Na'Vi's T sides, but when they've posted 13 on the T side, can I take my foot off the pedal a little bit?
I think we could maybe close the book on this one. This would be such the comeback from MIBR. I think I'd lose my mind. The odds from 1xBet haven't blown out just yet. They still have a little bit of faith here. And Long completely given up. So MIBR, well, they're living in a dream world right here. This is everything they could have wanted and more, but they are locked on in. Boomich already fast up behind them. They have to go A.
Run into Electronics USP, smokes Bloom. Boomich looking to secure the flank of Doom. Bullets through the smoke. Nade. Perfecto hoping not to choke. Boomich on Long, duking with SH.
Oh.
Dead, and now he's dead.
Crispy.
Yell. He's gone. And it is just USPs, one after the other, filling the feed. Another from Flamey. It's done. 14 for Na'Vi. We could be out of here in record time.
Yeah, I think Na'Vi, they realized we're a little bit behind schedule.
Yeah.
They've said, all right, well, we know we gave you the triple OT. We'll fix it for you. We'll thank them very much for that. 14-2 now. MIBR, after a very threatening map number 1, have been destroyed here on Dust2, Na'Vi's turf. Forced buy, of course. You don't have the rounds to play with. You have to buy. You have to make it work.
This was satisfying. Ooh, yeah.
Really nice to hit those ones.
Yeah, first bullet out of the chamber, and they're doing backflips. Really nice. They're just overwhelmed. They had all the points of contact covered. It wasn't all from one direction. And why are you pulling that face?
I think they just dropped Cello and AK, because there's no other way you could have armor, full set of nades, and an AK-47.
Yeah,
so this is the man that put all the eggs in the basket for.
Glass Cannon Deagle. They turned to Cello and asked for a hero round out of him. I mean, we've seen Na'Vi with decision-making like this. Let's see if MIBR and Cello in particular can prove that it's warranted. Nice little angle from Perfecto. Chips away at him with the MP9, jiggling around. It's Cello's AK onto Simple. This is what MIBR were looking for. The smoke really does make things awkward for them temporarily. Bomb to be picked up. Bolt's considering it in upper tons. Danako's duels with mid enable Perfecto to get across, so he does provide some backup. And now it's a 2-2 split of remaining Na'Vi resources. I'm interested to know if Electronic fancies his chances here. Yeah. They're well ahead of that nade. And Electronic spotted long range. How does he get away with that one? Looks like Bolts and Danako have found the necessary frags. And off the back of nothing more than the AK opening, they group up on A, trade evenly, and that will be another round for MIBR.
All right, well, we're going to extend this one a little while longer here. Na'Vi, if they get to hold on to these guns or force buy back themselves and try and close this as quickly as possible, just 2 rounds needed. And for MIBR, it is about survival, round after round. We'll wait out these 40 seconds. There's not much I can tell you at this stage because it's an uphill battle. It's not going to be easy by any means, and I don't think it's possible whatsoever. I'm not even going to pretend I think that MIBR can come back from this type of a scoreline. I
mean, just because, you know, just to summarize it analytically, we've seen evidence that suggests MIBR don't always avoid unforced errors.
Sure.
Right? So we've seen unforced errors when they aren't forced by Na'Vi's hand. We've seen evidence of that in their group games already. And so when the margin for error is set at 14-3, those unforced errors are likely to accumulate at some point.
Yeah, they're bound to have one of those rounds, right? And if that is the one to give Na'Vi 15, then we're really just knocking on the door. Force buying in, Famous, and
That's such good B spawns there. I wonder, Bolts and Cello Going up against another force buy. You know it's not going to be all the incendiaries in the world. Simple straight into the lower tons. No, check it. Will they? Will they? Will they?
He has to.
Yeah, spots him just on the final jiggle. SHZ's found another on long as well. Na'Vi, you put all of your peanuts into this one. An electronic and Boomich.
Oh, the
gonna
bomb!
get the bomb. Oh, it's a disaster. Cello catching another. Bolts into B, but the bomb is with the CT.
This is what you were talking about. The bomb in no man's land there. Smoked off.
Oh, no. How's your bunny hops?
Well, Bolter's coming up from CT spawn here. He has a smoke and a HE to work with, but this fight, Boomich is ready for it.
An electronic is ready for Cello. This is about individual prowess now. We're into the most intense wingman Bolts has played in some time. Oh, spots in pit. Draws attention. If he pulls the pin on this, they'll know where they're both coming from. So he knows there's isolated duels to contend with. Calls one car. Electronic contests. Cello desperate for the bomb.
He got the bomb.
He has used it through the smoke and he's escaped.
He can get out. They're locked at long
Magnificent
now.
escape. And now, yeah, it turns on its head. Bolts is in the power position. And they've got to try and get past him. He chips away at electronic. Boomich is down. And no, it's both of them. That is a great turnaround from MIBR.
Cello's pulling off the laser beam moment from the Ocean's 12 movie there, just dancing around the laser beams through the smoke, picking up the bomb, and the heist is complete.
Yo, yeah, so this is how they lost it. You can see Danako actually got lost in the smoke. I empathize with him.
Yep, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us there. He's full grey screen. He does end up just jumping into a door and looking like a bit of a twonk. But we're Gucci.
Na'Vi just forced again.
Huh?
Yeah, they're going in. They want to finish this one. Now, this is where we can start coming into problems. Na'Vi lose this one.
They've just forced Port straight in with Deagles. How do they hope to finish this? A Cello frag would be something. In the feed already for 2, maybe even 3. Boomich is on his list as well. Chad! Alarm bells, they're not ringing, but they're being assembled.
I've got one key in. We just have to turn it now because Na'Vi are not even getting a kill here. They're just getting blown out off the back of this force buy.
Yeah, just like the previous until the bomb was lost.
Oh, Flamey! Good!
Hold on.
Oh, all right. 14-5. Lost bonus means that Na'Vi will have to take a save. MIBR are good for 6. Na'Vi lose that gun round. They take another partial buy. MIBR are good for 8.
Love the spray on this third frag, by the way. Like, just to have conviction to commit to something like that. He does stabilize. Nice shooting. Really good shooting. Okay, Cello's a gamer. We know that much. MIBR have weathered the storm of a Na'Vi unorthodox force.
But how does this sound, right? Like, MIBR win this one, or they should.
Yeah, carry on.
That's 6. Then Na'Vi have guns. They lose that. That's 7. They have to take a partial if they don't save anything. MIBR win that. We're up to 8. At that point, we're back in the threatening distance for MIBR to take this one all the way. Oh, okay.
No, no, no. Pink
Oh, no.
off. AK on electronic, but they are going to get that bomb down before any of the CTs can be in the right place.
And
Surely that's
a load
enough.
of nades, mollies, smokes, that can corral the CTs to where they want to take the fights.
Unless he hit a crazy spray through the smoke, in which case Nako would not be able to hold the 2 CTs at bay.
I like the save call. Okay, that means that Na'Vi, even with that force buy, they wouldn't have had enough to go for the full buy in the next. I just thought, at least when you're in this situation, you know, you take 2 partials, you get yourself the guns as quick as you can. Here they've gone about it the opposite way. But regardless, with such a buffer, it's hard to critique what's right and what's wrong, as long as they get that 16 rounds.
Yeah, precisely. And there is a chance that by boosting Simple up here, they've given themselves a 3rd AK to save. Don't think Danako is going to fall into that trap, though. He realizes he can safely keep hold of his weaponry without the unknown entity. Right?
Yeah, he doesn't have to go past this point. No need in the world. Just has to sit behind the doors. Bomb goes off. There's that 6 rounds.
I go for a wallbang.
Damage.
I'm close. Okay. Well, they've got the 5K mark and the save rifle, so Na'Vi, after a couple of heavy investments, will now be able to bring out all of the goodies.
AWP for Simple, same for Yell on the other side. So Orpa is about to go toe-to-toe here. We've seen how much Yell likes to be cheeky around mid. Let's see if Simple has any moves of his own. We saw that Na'Vi wanted to play a very mid-heavy setup against Gambit. Flashing, peeking, forcing the issue. Yell towards long. He's quite late on this peek. Just fires off a warning shot there. That lets them know there is presence towards long. More nades having to be limped out here from Na'Vi just to deal with it. And as the smoke lands, he takes another pot shot. Turtled up on B right now is Na'Vi. Flamey and Perfecto both in the site. Simple the swingman with the AWP heading over back to mid, and Electronic with a tall task of locking down short on his lonesome. Utility at this point starting to get whittled through. Boomich is using his extra nades to lock down long, and up cat they go. MIBR with everything they want for an A set piece here.
We see the very best teams in the world make this one hurt. They're actually going
walking out.
Oh! And it works. Electronic had no cues, no signal that he had to be vulnerable on A. And now they can get the site. Na'Vi, just the one frag, just the one gap. MIBR pip him. And they'll even take down Boomich. That should be enough to incite the save. I was about to start a different conversation, Chad. I was about to say, you know, MIBR, their stats on Dust2, they don't correlate with victories. You know, have you seen evidence in this T side that there are just straight pages of the strat book missing? I don't think it's worth starting that one just yet. I'll save that one for the desk.
Yeah, they're going to be getting close to that 8-round mark. Now, these safe guns are good, but Flamey's not going to get to hold on to his. The chasers here. Flamey's dropped. Perfecto and Simple, the last two to stand, and they're being hunted.
Yeah, if they could find this AWP, if they could take that out of the play, no one's considered CT. If he fires a shot, they will. Simple CT. Double peek. He'll take another one down and keep himself at least alive. They did take down his teammate, though, so at least forcing those rebuys, and two members of Na'Vi are on that 3K mark.
Good to see how awkward this looks for Electronic and how good it looks for Cello. Oh, hello.
Can you believe it?
Thank you very much. That's all it took, really. But with only Simple staying alive, what does the buy look like? Simple has an AWP, so does Flamey. Okay, it's a potent buy. Might be looking hot to trot to defend against round 22. Oh. Blink, can you miss it? These kills are coming in so quick.
Great
Flamey's
catch.
responded.
Yeah, using the tracer fire, and it's a bit too short of a molly. There's a second that's short as well. That could lead to false info there. Flamey survives the flames.
Electronic.
2 missed mollies from MIBR. That is not great. Ooh. Neither's the shot from Flamey.
Another molly.
Could have punished. Smoke for him to escape. And don't forget, we haven't actually addressed it, so I don't know how you'd have forgotten it, but Electronic could not be any more passive. He is completely locking the door. He's also responsible for any late lurks that were hanging out T-spawn, but they are all entirely committed to long. Flamey.
How is he still alive?
I have no idea, and he pops up for Denoco.
Oh!
Trying to adjust nearly. Yunta Yell makes a bit of a meal of it. 3-on-3, 50 seconds. The bomb's on SHZ, and he is going on a bit of a lone mission here. They don't have the util for the cross. A single smoke. It'll be enough to obscure his view, but there will be a gap, and that's what Simple's bargaining on. Doesn't miss. Simple, poised, ready, pulls the trigger, another dead, just one. Yell does scoop up the bomb. Electronic's late flank is on the way. It's all about where he plants. And he's vulnerable to long.
Fake.
Electronic can peek this if he mantles up. Yell could be ready for this, though. Yes, and he hits the shot. Maybe, just maybe, he can shape up a 1v3. His team have left him. Already best the long. Simple advancing towards the ramp. Perfecto late short. That's the play. That's the call. Jump. No. A missed shot. Yell hit it. Damn, spectacular reactions from the Brazilian, but Perfecto just playing safe. Let Simple do his things. Swings out on the contact and secures a 15th for Na'Vi, an elusive 15th at that.
It felt like a strugglesome one, didn't it? Especially where you consider this was the opening, bolts out, back turn, instantly. And this was the one from Flamey. It's like, is he going to die? Is Flamey immortal? Just if we get this Yell shot. Here we go.
What more could you ask for from your AWP when there is a smoke? Wow. He wasn't even looking initially.
Not at all.
Could have been cool. Was cool, fair play, but not what he needed, and I'm sure he's not feeling great. He's going to whip it out. $9,900 spent by Bolts here in round 23. MIBR, when you're facing 15, treat every round like your last. Invest every penny, every ounce of energy you've got left in the system. Denoco talking a lot as he mantles up short. Electronic's got a hand off the bloody keyboard. Just gets his info safely.
They have a lot of nades for this, MIBR. Short control is given again. Na'Vi don't have a lot to defend. Simple would have to hit a couple of shots here.
Thinks better of it. Around that 60-second mark, Util is barren for the CTs. They won't have incendiaries or flashes to contest. It'll have to be bullets. The Fate coming in. Will Na'Vi bite? Perfecto's tucked in. Flamey readies for the mid to be.
Oh, he's left a big gap here, Flamey. They're going to walk through tunnels on him.
He certainly could, but they will give him a warning. Yell's taken down Electronic, but Flamey with a chance on this AWP. Oh dear, in trouble now. Needs one now. 30 seconds, the bomb's in. 4 members of MIBR are in, and now the site is lost.
Should be the save call from Na'Vi. They didn't have enough money to go for a full buy in this one. They did the best they could. The Famas is the low util. Boomich has been spotted. Boomich has been tagged. Boomich down to 28. Simple trying to fill that gap, make sure they can't just pick on in, but this is going to be a tough task. They don't want to lose everything here, Na'Vi, or MIBR are going to be back in this game. Cello's down. Simple has to live.
Yeah, he is aware of just how valuable his weapon and life are. Trying to hang out in limbo. Catch the hunt from long and mid side. But Yell could not have been positioned any better. Great stuff from him. The AWP is absolutely out of Boomich's reach. He'll just be grateful to be bringing a single M4 into the fray.
Yeah, 2,900 loss bonus now, 34 next round, so they will be able to full buy. Oh, and frustrated Flamey there.
Ooh.
He had a couple of opportunities, right? And I'm not sure what the call was, but he glued himself towards those mid doors to slow that mid to B. And that was the gap that MIBR were able to squeeze on through, punish him. The flashes were good. And MIBR, every round, right, they have to commit. There's no indecision. There's no, oh, we can fix it next round. They have to commit. Partial buy here from Na'Vi. It's 13-2 on the half. MIBR have made the scoreline look respectable now. They are doing their very best, as we can see. That's the new smoke. You guys won't see that much in the meta. It's a special one. We saved that just for this game. As Boomich with a shadow advantage takes down SHZ. Okay, he's found the second rifle.
Yeah, will he get away? Like... this is his chance, and Yell doesn't miss it, so the rifle recovery hindered.
Simple heard the scope.
He did, and he's got a glass cannon AK-47. Makes sense to play the headshot angle when unarmored. Bit of a fair fight at that stage.
Electronic's coming to bait the corner for him here. Mid to B, though, that's the problem.
Perfecto and Flamey, your B-side pairing, and they are going to have to pull something quite magical out of the hat if they want to finish it here. A partial investment. Perfecto, nice positioning on the tons, and does catch one onto Denoco. That'll deter them. The bomb was yet to commit. Cello was hoping to forge a path in, and Flamey's kicked him down. Na'Vi looking to finish it right here with the Deegs. Into A, it's Simple Electronic, corralled into some of the stars of the show, both with rifles. And Electronic, will he be checked thoroughly? Bolts, lazy clear, backs are turned, it looks like it's all over. Only Yell to change my mind, it's Simple to secure it. Much better. Na'Vi, a strong lead, frustrating at times, tested by the MIBR boys, but the GGs are in the chat. And Na'Vi take the W.